right there, Latin 2. Chapter 54 is really hitting the buttons on throwing a lot of vocab at you, which is kind of silly at the very end. Gens, gentis means family. It can also mean nation. We're on page 302, by the way. Aequor, aequoris, this means sea. We saw this with Hermes. Vectus aum, cross out having been carried and cross out having traveled. Write in having sailed. Inferiae, inferiarum, these are the offerings for a funeral that you give to the dead. Inferia is it's like the underworld. Dono, donare, donavi, donatum, this is to give an accusative with an ablative. So you're presenting an accusative with an ablative, right? So I present you with this laurel and hearty handshake. Okay, you are the accusative. The laurel and hearty handshake are in the ablative. Munus muneris, this is a gladiatorial show. And funus funeris is a funeral. And actually the two were very linked in Etruscan cultures. Mutus aum, mute, silent. Nequiquam, in vain. Kinis kineris, this is ashes, sometimes dust, but it's ashes. This is incinerate. Quando quidem, whenever, since. Tete is just the emphatic version of te. Okay. Indigne means undeservedly. Okay. Priscus aum means ancient. Okay, don't say of olden times. Just say ancient. Priscomore, by the ancient custom. Right? Tristi munera, as a sad service to the dead. This is ablative of manner. Ad inferias, okay, to these rites in honor of the dead. So again, a lot of funerary stuff here. Mano, manare, manawi. This is to flow, okay? Usually dealing with liquids like tears, okay? Fletus, fletus. This is the fourth declension word that means tears. Those that which have been wept, okay? So fleo, flere, flevi, fletum. It used to be fletus. You used to have all your fourth principal parts used to be fourth declension nouns. That's why the fourth declension exists. In perpetuum, into perpetuity. In other words, forever. Weho, wehera, wexi, wectum. Again, this is to sail. All right. It means to sail more than anything else usually. Alloquor, alloqui, allocutus sum. To speak to, or to, better yet, to address, to talk at. Okay. And the very bottom, vispilo, vispilonis. This is an undertaker. Now on the next page, 303, langueo, languere. This is to languish, to be ill in bed. Comitatus aum. This means with your companions, so accompanied. Protinus means immediately. Tango, tangere, tetigi, tactum. This means to touch. And we've seen a lot of verbs that kind of deal with this, okay? And tetigere is the same as titigerunt, but this is where we get tactile from. Aquilone, gelatai. This is chilled by a northern wind. Okay, gelatai means chilled. Lotus is the same as lautus, just so you know, and that comes from lawo, laware, lawi, lautus sum, or lautum. Lotus est, therefore, means he bathed. Subitus aum, we finally see subito in the adjectival form. Requiro, requirera, requisivi, requisitum, to ask or to inquire. And then the very bottom, seat, this is what we call an optative subjunctive. You'll learn it next year. Lewis ise, light, like I said before, could mean smooth, could mean light, could be slippery. Molis ise means soft, can sometimes mean sweet, but here it'll be soft. Tegaris, may you be covered in. Again, this is optative subjunctive. Harena, harenai. It's the same thing as arena, arenai. It's just sometimes we put an H on it. Words change over time. Ne non posint, just translate it exactly as is. It's a negative result, or no, a negative purpose clause. And then eruo, erura, erui, erutum. This is to dig up. And that is it for all the vocabulary and all the glossary. What I want you to do now is read pages 299 to 300. And then I want you to translate all of the epitaphs on pages 300 to 301. That's why I didn't read them to you. I want you to translate them for me. Okay, all of those epitaphs. All right, I'm gonna hit the button.